Welcome everybody. Welcome back to another Darker Revenge Productions. My name is Chad. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Today, as you have seen in the description below, we have a SmackDown results and reviews video for you today. As you all know, if you watch wrestling or you follow wrestling, SmackDown was on last night, and I gotta say right off the bat, I wasn't really impressed by it at all. It wasn't one of their greater SmackDowns, but then again, really SmackDown's not really that great. It's kind of just like a fall off of their Monday Night Raw shows. Every now and then, SmackDown kind of hits a good spot and goes with it, but 9 times out of 10, SmackDown is just kind of SmackDown and doesn't really show anything impressive. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get started with this review of Thursday Night SmackDown, and give you my reviews and my results on it, my reaction towards certain things in it. And as you know, we're all getting ready for Extreme Rules. We're getting ready to watch their pay-per-view for that coming up soon. And there's a few good matches in it. You have like Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles for the title. You've got Charlotte versus Natalya for the Divas title. You've got Rusev versus Kalisto for the United States title. And then, of course, you have the Intercontinental title, which it is The Miz, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro. So a few good matches there. And so also I've been told that there's going to be more layoffs and releases from the WWE coming up soon. Some people are saying that they believe people like Ryback's going to be let go soon. Possibly Adam Rose, and just a few other people like that they're considering possibly releasing. It's not been official yet, but if it does become official and things like that, I'll let you know. So let's go ahead, let's get down to SmackDown, and let's discuss the very first thing that happened. Right at the bat, they brought Chris Jericho down, and of course, Chris Jericho's down there talking about himself, how great he is, and things like that. And during the process of him talking, Sami Zayn comes down, talking about he got beat by Kevin Owens and everything else, but he beat The Miz to get a title opportunity in the Extreme Rules match coming up. Now, of course, Chris Jericho, was bickering and bantering about everything. Sami Zayn just telling him, hey, I earned this spot, and I'm going to make the best of it. Well, in the process of doing all that, you had The Miz come down, and with his wife, Maurice, who, she was a very good Divas wrestler. I do not know exactly the reasons why she stopped wrestling. I'm guessing because it's for The Miz, and just to do other things besides wrestling. I don't know. I kind of wish she'd come back and wrestle because she was a pretty dominant wrestler. She did real well when she was in the WWE wrestling. But anyways, The Miz came down and was talking to Sami Zayn, telling him he better not touch his title again. If he does touch his baby, which he calls his title, he's going to pay for it, and this and that. And of course, Sami Zayn had to go and poke at the title, and there wound up being a match right after this. It was between Sami Zayn and The Miz, where in the outcome, the Miz lost, which gave Sami Zayn the win, which is a great push for Sami Zayn. Gives him a better, push to get hyped up for Extreme Rules, and I hope he wins. I hope that out of all the ones that are picked for this match, I'm really hoping Sami Zayn wins. That's who I'm rooting for in this one, and that's who I'm hoping goes for it. But the thing is, during this match, Kevin Owens came down and sat ringside for commentary, and he was just doing his thing and mouthing off, and he wanted him getting involved in the match and everything. So and it just seems like the matches anymore are never clean matches. They're always someone getting involved or a disqualification. There don't seem to be very many clean cut matches anymore to where it's a clear winner, which I wish they'd go back into that. But they haven't, and they're not right now. So, and of course, after that, they did a segment where it was Luke Gallows, Ken Anderson, and AJ Styles backstage talking. And of course, we all know that the Bullet Club is back, and they're together. It seems like there's a little retaliation between the three of them. So I don't see them lasting too long. I could be wrong, but I just don't see the three of them lasting very long. I see the tag team going one way, and I see AJ going his own way. Something happened within there. I'm just not really sure what's going to happen out of it. But anyways, they were a huge success as a Bullet Club, and now they're in WWE doing it. Luke Gallows, he's been there before. He was under the thing with CM Punk, and that kind of didn't go well for him at all. I mean, he was just kind of a second thought with CM Punk. He was also Festus, and that was the worst, I think, of all the ones he's done. But he's made a career of himself, whether it was in WWE, whether it was in TNA, whether it was, Japan wrestling, whatever. He's made it. He's made a name for himself, and now he's back in WWE, and hopefully he stays. The Von Villains came out, and they had a match against Bo Dallas and, Axel, which I don't understand that at all, because I don't see where Bo Dallas and Axel get involved in this whole situation between the Von Villains, Enzo and Cass, Team 3D, the New Day, who are the current WWE Tag Team Champions. I just don't see where Bo Dallas and Axel fit in, but they gave him a chance to wrestle, and of course the Von Villains won, which, being so close to Extreme Rules, what else do we expect, right? Well, I wasn't really impressed with that match. It was kind of a lame, boring match, and nothing really happened on it, so I don't really have a whole lot to say about that match. Then you had a match between Natalya and Becky Lynch versus Emma and Charlotte. And most Diva matches really aren't that great, but this one wasn't too bad. They had some good moves and action in there. I think Becky Lynch started off well in WWE, but I think that she's just not that. I don't think she's ready for the main roster yet. Emma definitely, I don't think, belongs on the main roster yet. She just doesn't. I don't see her fitting in. Natalya and Charlotte, it's going to be old school versus new school. My prediction is I don't think Natalya is going to win, honestly, unless for some reason Ric Flair gets involved, which he's not even supposed to be ringside at Extreme Rules. But something's going to happen. Someone's going to get involved. Something's going to happen to where if Natalya wins, it's not going to be a clear-cut win. I'm hoping it is, but I doubt it's going to be. Then you have Rusev versus Zack Ryder. Again, I understand that Rusev is fighting Kalisto for the United States title, but to prepare him for that title, you shouldn't be putting him up against people like Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is nothing compared to Kalisto. Yes, he's small and stuff like that, but Zack Ryder is just in a different league. He's not in the league of Kalisto. If you're gonna try to prepare him for someone like Kalisto. Why not have him fight, Sin Cara or someone else like that? Not Zack Ryder. I mean, put him up against an A-lister like The Miz or like any of the other cruiserweight champion or cruiserweight wrestlers. Which that's something else. They should bring the cruiserweight title back for the smaller guys, But if that ever happens, I don't know. I don't think it's ever going to. There's not been any talk about it, and I just don't see it coming back. So then they've got Camp WWE coming up. I think they did their first episode already. Just with the previews I've seen, I won't be watching it. I'm not interested in this Camp WWE. I think it's stupid. I think it's retarded. It's pointless. It's just another thing for Vince McMahon and them to try to do. Kind of like when he did XWF Wrestling. That was a big bombshell that didn't go nowhere. They're coming with different ideas, but I just don't see this one working out. I'm going to give it 6 months tops, and it's going to be gone. Just like Toa Divas. It was great when it started, but now it's just kind of fizzing out, and people just aren't interested in it no more. So at the end of the night, you had Luke Gallows, you had Ken Anderson versus the Usos, and AJ Styles was in the corner of Gallows and Anderson, and of course Roman Reigns was in the corner of the Usos because they're family. Now, this is a good storyline and everything else. Roman Reigns and AJ, they kind of are good together when it comes to their one-on-one wrestling. Gallows and Anderson, they're a good tag team. They've made it pretty well together tag team. The Usos obviously are a good tag team. So this rivalry going on, I think between the 6 of them, it's a good rivalry. I think between AJ and Romans, it's a little bit better, but not much. But anyways, wound up that the tag teams are going at it, and Roman Reigns came around the side of the ring, and I believe it was Anderson kind of pushed him, in his head. So Roman Reigns got all heated, ran to the ring, started beating on him, and all 6 of them got in the ring. Of course, it was a disqualification match. And as AJ Styles, Gallows, and Anderson were walking up the ramp, AJ's like, I thought this was a new era, and this and that, or whatever. And so they wound up making a match between the 3 of them versus the Usos and Roman Reigns, and they had their battle, they had their fight there. And at the end of the night, Usos and Roman Reigns won, which we should have expected, seeing that Roman Reigns is the champion. They're not going to make him look weak right now. Now, will AJ win Extreme Rules? I don't feel like he's going to. I'm a Roman Reigns fan myself, but I do hope in a way that AJ wins, because I just want to see which direction WWE goes with him once they do. Will they keep him a good guy? Will they make him a bad guy? And speaking of the good guy, bad guy, I hate this thing that Roman Reigns is doing. I hate that, I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just the guy. I mean, come on. You can't think of something better to say than that. It sounds so corny and so cheesy, for them to say that. And it's annoying as hell. But some of these storylines they're coming up with are ridiculous. They're just not making sense. But that is the review of what happened last night on SmackDown. Also, they're doing the Susan G. Komen breast cancer thing again. And so if you have friends or family or someone with breast cancer, give them your full support. Do anything you can to help them out. Support them in any way you can. Just be there for them. This is a big deal anymore. It just seems like more and more people are getting it, and it just, there's just so many people getting it, and it's sad, really. And I don't know anybody myself right now that has it, and so that's a good thing, I guess. But like I said, if you know anybody, just give them your full support. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. This is the SmackDown review. And I'll catch you again for another episode, whether it's a food review, a food challenge, or wrestling review. Anyways, my name is Chad. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Either way, thank you for joining me. Please like, comment, subscribe. Favorite if you did like this video. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Take care, be safe. Have a good day. And I'll catch you on the flip side for another episode. But for now, I'm out.